Hi, my name is Dana Weymouth, and I'm Director of Operations at Painted Porch. Today I'm here with founder and CEO Brian Lloyd, and we're going to talk about why community. So, Brian, why do we do community events at Painted Porch?
At the core, we do community events because the mission of Painted Porch is human happiness, self-actualization, sustainable health and happiness in our lives. And a lot of the research, as well as our personal experiences, tell us that one major factor that can advance happiness and health and a good life is connections with other humans and in community, one to one, obviously, but also in community. And so, for us, both for ourselves and for our broader community of people that are connected with Painted Porch, the idea was if we can do anything to advance that, we should do it. And so, obviously, we can't do this every week all the time, but when we can, we like to have events that bring people together, particularly people that are like-minded and pursuing happiness in their own lives, to give them that opportunity to have one of those connections. And it, sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't, but that's the idea behind it, is just to get people together and to have that feeling of being a human among other humans, as simple as that is.
So, what should people maybe expect, or in kind of in your experience, have you seen people be able to engage in community, and like what does that look like?
Yeah, I think a lot of times I'll go at it a slightly different way, which is we do notice that because we're a financial firm, that we do financial planning, we do wealth management, that's our business. A lot of people have preconceived notions about what these events are. They show up and you just see them reticent. Maybe they're hesitant to invite friends who they think they might actually want to hang out with and spend time with, or they just come in a little nervous or a little unsure of what's going on. And I'll share a quick story. We did quite a few events in Austin over the years, and have one of my childhood friends lives in Austin, came to one of the events, and we had this wonderful happy hour, sunset in Austin, great thing. Everyone's talking, everyone's pretty comfortable, and we're starting to wind down. It's like 8:30, and he stops and he looks at me and he says, well, wait, where's the whiteboard? Where's the pitch? And this is, one of my friends my whole life. I'm like, no, I told you, man, like it's just getting people together. And he's like, no, but really, like, where's the pitch? And so he had been sitting there, had a great time, but he was thinking, hey, at the end, I'm at the steak dinner. They're going to pitch this thing. And we never did, and we never do. And that's what's funny. Talking to people at these things and seeing that it takes a while. Now we've had some events where people have come regularly and they feel very comfortable and it's very rewarding, and it is exactly what we hoped it would be. But we certainly know people come into it with that expectation, and we do everything we can to try and alleviate that. But it really is just getting people together.
Yeah, I think that reminds me too of when I'm talking to friends or family. Obviously, I've grown up in Santa Barbara, so lots of connections here, and they always do ask, like, well, do they need to, if I bring a friend, should they kind of share anything about their finances, or are they going to be asked about their finances? And it's just, one of those things that I think is totally fair to be asked, because to your point, we're a financial planning firm, and there has to be a motivation behind why we're having people come together. And I think it's one of my favorite things just to say, no, like maybe it's a speaking engagement, or in this case, we're doing lawn bowls and we just want to have conversations. And sure, naturally, maybe some conversations will lead to questions, but I think overall I've had some great experiences with talking about kids and school or other challenges, right? That's community. I think that's what we all want, right? Not kind of like you said, have a whiteboard session on, should I retire at this age? And so all stuff that we have fun doing when appropriate. But yeah, once again, it's just that we can just be there naturally. And we do get that question a lot. It's like, no, invite who you want, and we'll, they can have tacos and a drink, or they can throw a lawn bowl. So it's cool.
Yeah, I think that brings up another thing for me, which is, I think in the beginning when we have these, a lot of people have the preconceived notion again that this is going to be, I got invited and I'm there to interact with Painted Porch, and it's me and it's Painted Porch, and the kind of two entities going on. Or maybe if they're a client, they think it's a client event, or if they're not a client, they think it's a potential client event, or for clients, and most people will be clients. And certainly a lot of people that come to our events are either clients or people that are working with us, but there's also friends and family and friends of friends and friends of clients and family of clients that come. And so, what we're really hoping happens is it's a human event. It's not a Painted Porch event. It's not a client event. It's a bunch of humans that are all open to connecting and being in community for that period of time. They don't have to stay longer than they want to. You can lawn bowl. They can not lawn bowl. They can listen to the talk. They can not listen to the talk. But that they're open to connecting with other people. And really the idea is it's not hub and spoke. It's person to person. And that's our hope. So yeah, we want people to bring friends and family, et cetera, not because we want more people there for Painted Porch, but we want more people there to meet other people that are there to meet other people. That's when it gets really fun. And we've seen that at our events.
I think the other thing that reminded me as well is we are a Zoom heavy company, and in society is very behind a screen. So I think that's actually another just awesome benefit to us getting together, is an opportunity to actually meet people in person and prove that we do really mean it. Like you said, that human connection. And it is just a time to, be together. I know it's somewhat cheesy, but it's like, oh, name to the face, or it's great to see you for the first time. And, and once again, it could be the first time you're ever engaging in an event, or you've come to many.
Yeah, I think going back to a question that came up earlier, this idea of, people will probably be asking, well, what does Painted Porch get out of this? And I think truly the number one thing we get out of it is we get to connect with our community, and that in and of itself is wonderful. But some people out there will be like, yeah, I'm not sure. And the truth is there's a couple things behind it. One is really feel like the more people get to know us and get to know this team, it's only good for Painted Porch. A lot of times our events are coincide with a lot of our team coming together. And so, people that know Painted Porch get to meet more of the team, meet them at a personal level. The other thing is, I think one of the things really unique about Painted Porch is the authenticity of the people we have here and of the work they do and who they are and how they show up. And it's a wonderful way for anyone that wants to know Painted Porch to feel that and test that out if that's something they wanted to do. But again, our primary is just bringing people together, having community, having rapport with other humans, and enjoying an evening, whether it be lawn bowling, listening to a speaker, listening to music, or just hanging out.